On this season of Survivor, the gender war has been decided, and the women have won. Well, that's score one for them. It makes up for what happened in Vanuatu. Although Twyla did come pretty close to winning, regardless. Now, this is going to be a 2 or possibly 3-part portion. First, with etiquette in mind. Now, as of yesterday, in relative of the time this video will be posted, or the day before if I make it to the library on time, Mike flipped off Tarzan after Tarzan was voted out, in that and when Tarzan was basically saying, "It's been a thrill. I mean, really, it has. I've enjoyed my stay." That's actually gotten me to respect Tarzan, in that he didn't take it up the ass when he got voted out. If you're gonna say shit like it's fun to blindside someone and then cry because, well, you got blindsided, or to continually go after these people, say that they're undeserving, and then have a bitch fit because you lost, that goes to show just how much of a piss poor player you are. Mike is like Kobe Donaldson during the All-Star and Heroes vs. Villains season. Kobe sucked. At least in Australia he had some control. Not all, but some. And if you're going to wait for everyone to come to you just because you're some pretty boy, you're gonna set yourself up to fail. At least Troyzan had the right idea to go to other people. If I play the game of Survivor, one of the first things I will do is I will not wait my ass, even if I have individual immunity or team immunity, for me to make a play. I'm not going to stand there being stupid. Because at least Christina was trying, who's viewed as the most undeserving, at least she tried to help out Troyzan. It's to her benefit. I mean, granted, when you're in Survivor, do you really think about other people's benefit more than your own? No. I mean, and just surviving is a benefit. But show some taste, show some respect. Because in the case of Kat, when some of the shit she says, if it was me, I'm gonna be thinking, if you're quick to betray anyone I tell you to betray, or to cut their throat, you may sooner cut mine than anybody else's. So, hopefully Colton, Kat, and Mike never come back to Survivor. Only because partly they can't take the shit they start. Or they were boring. And truthfully, hopefully, Sabrina, Tarzan, Christina, maybe Troyzan come back, because at least they took it in stride. And Jonas too. Jonas was I tried to go big or go home. I went big and went home. That's the kind of people I want to see. Because although I don't really like Boston Rob, I do respect him as a player because at least he was cheerful. At least if he was going to go out, he was going to go out in Marquesas or Heroes vs. Villains as himself on his own accord, to some extent. Now, what defines an undeserving player? How many people you piss off? Maybe. Just because people don't like you and you're on the bottom? No. Kim might suffer a detriment if Christina's in the finals with her or anybody else, because Christina can say, well, I was viewed as undeserving. But if I made it here, well, I did something right. I never said I was the best player. In fact, I have admitted that luck played so much of an important role in my gameplay. That's what she has to say. That can be the very first thing out of her mouth. And that would cause me to at least listen to Christina. Now, the thing is that you must be aware how you present yourself. You must be. Because there are some people that take Survivor like that's the way that person is, when in most cases they're not. I'm sure Russell Hunt's, Sugar Kipper, and so many others are kind, generous people who are considerate. But still, the power of editing is a strong one, and people fall for it. People fall for it. This is what can turn people against you, because it's important. I like the idea that Survivor does that whole meet the cast thing and shows how each person is going to play the game, because that's part of the way of how I'm gonna judge you. Did you go along with what you said? Did you really play with honor, loyal, integrity? Ha. That's just funny and bullshit at the same time. And the last season coach Benjamin Wade played, he was an even bigger joke, because as much as Russell was king nothing, basically. You can say you're the king of Samoa all you want, but you can't really claim that title until you win. But in the case of Coach, in the last season, bringing in a rosary saying honor, loyalty, and integrity, and then taking out people who helped him out, or even in Tocantins, when he allowed 3 people to dissolve a 7-person alliance. No, it was a 9-person alliance. Yeah, take out whoever it was that was in league with Sierra. Sierra could have been integral after that. When your best ally gets voted out, then you're gonna, you should start thinking about what are their real intentions. Even if they are going to take you to the finals, could he beat me? Sierra could have been the perfect puppet for Coach, but Coach had to be Coach and fucked it up. In 2 seasons, just like in the case of Ozzy Luth, it was his to win, but he lost. And quite frankly, if he would have kept Sierra around, that would have kept the hater principal on his side to have one more. Because once Sierra left, that's when she was trying to get her claws on Coach and take him out. Too little, too late. And finally, as I've stated before, respect is important. It's important. It's important in real life, but especially in Survivor. Because give credit where due. And even if they are on the bottom or on the top, it doesn't mean that it gives you the perfect right that it gives you the perfect opportunity to show what kind of person you really are. Now, part 2, who should take who for the finale? Well, final tribal council. Hasta luego.